Bon, désolé, il y a eu une petite coupure internet. Donc on repart sur les quêtes de Ryujin. On était en pleine attaque. Quand ça a bien merdouillé. Hop. Allez, on est reparti. Changement de tenue. Oui. Oh, il se soigne. Elle est là. Elle est là. C'est qui nous attaque là. T'as pas d'arme. Wow, t'as de leur fait mal. Un bon laser, une petite Sarah. Urban Eagle. Non, ça c'est le tir. Balistique.
Cowards.
Crandell aussi. Ok. Je sais plus qui c'est qu'il y avait. Un micro-gun et un overnight. Je peux pas lui partager.
Going out.
Allez, c'est parti. ils sont deux à me tirer dessus aussi. Plus la tourelle. Elle pique. Hein. Ah, ça c'est bien. Ouf, oula. Pas de mal. 3 bons hommes. On va les contourner. Et là, attendez pas ça. Hein. Passe par l'autre côté. On va les avoir à force. Voilà. Eh ben, ça en fait des mieux. Cible retorse. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Oh. Oh. Là-dedans. Ah, la side star, peut-être que c'est du laser. Ça non. Là. Je me rends compte que je suis pas équipé d'armes. Pas de grenade, pardon. Oh là. Ah. Alors. Là. Impact normal. Équipé, c'est où? Hop. Le vent qui signe. Une petite save. Wow, wow, wow. voir les tourelles. Bien pour la tourelle. Wow, qu'est-ce qu'elle nous a mis? Détruire mon... Ah, je crois que je peux l'avoir. Yes. Il faut ruser avec ces tourelles. Voilà. Eh ben. Fusil. Putain, on tremble encore. La mort a été violente. Et bah cool. Descendons à la suite. Ça c'est bien ça. Ça là, la tête. Oh, légendaire. Non. Et là, c'est pareil. Ok. D'accord, d'accord. Pas intéressant.
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, was it that obvious? Oh, I thought I could handle these memories, but until
je sais pas si c'est le moment, mais je voulais tenter le flirt.
Actually, I need that.
Voilà, on a un peu
One
plein
problem
combat.
though. Pinpointing the... I think we need to start... Was there to tell? I survived. Still... Oh, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch... It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power. I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the info. Your instincts are right on target. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. We've never seen eye to
Là, on
eye.
ne sait jamais. Wow,
I
la
hope
faute.
this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal... Truth is, I'm scared. When if I begin to fall apart, I'm going to...
Je serai là.
I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you...
Ah, j'essaye. Allez.
I don't know what to say. I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True love. Something I've seriously considered sharing with you for a long time. Just not ready. Not yet. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long.
Eh ben, allez. Ok. De l'amitié pour moi, là, ça commence à être plus sérieux. Une petite save.
Contact.
Ah, lisez le contrat. À la clinique, Kendrick Lane. Ah, voilà. Pas de témoin. Ça, c'est violent, ça. C'est très méchant, les amis. On va se calmer.
Going out.
Allez. Go, mon pote.
That's it for you.
Ah, ok. Ça, c'est du balistique. On est pas mal. Des sous, ça? Oui. Alors,
If you don't mind, I'd be happy to carry a few things for you.
toi, tu as un Orion à 111 de dégâts. Ok. Et moi, je peux te donner quoi? C'est quoi ça? 111, 77 de précision. Qu'est-ce que j'ai en laser? Ah, plus 211. 37. J'ai pas grand chose, hein. Non, j'ai pas grand chose. Là, c'est un fusil, mais bizarre. 37 d'énergie. Oh, y a rien là. Portée de 50. Et celui-là, 95. Et une cadence de tir de 25. Elle a quoi, la copine? La copine, sa cadence de tir, c'est 33. Ah ouais, 33, 111. Bon, bah, on va rien toucher, hein. On va rien
Let's head for
toucher.
New Atlantis. It's important we get to Mast so I can talk to Admiral Logan.
Trop bien, du sang partout. Ils se sont fait attaquer, hein, je crois bien. Hop. On va tout regarder. Ok. Et en cargaison. Livré. Ça n'a rien déclenché. Ah, ok. Et ben on peut y aller alors. Go. Est-ce qu'on va directement à la clinique? Ou est-ce qu'on passe par Ryujin? Non, on va à la clinique. Eh bien, allons-y.
The clinic welcomes all patients, whether Freestar or UC.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Cool.
Didn't even smudge the paint.
Alors allons-y. On va tirer tout ça au clair. On va se faire un petit doudou avant.
Good sleep?
Hop là.
Just give the word and we'll get underway. Hello.
Faut aller où?
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel. An outbreak. Understood.
Merci. C'est cool ça. Là de mémoire ça s'engueule. Il y a eu plein de morts.
Sean, I don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath. Hey, who let you in here? Fine. I'll tell you. We're on a private contract with Infinity Ltd. Dr. Lane and I were instructed to conduct human trials on so far, only... You're telling me? When Infinity hired us, they said human trial... The days went by, and nothing. Every time we'd ask, it was always just... Between the money and potential success, it was easy to...
Sean, what the hell is going on? This is a research facility where research is being done. Sean spoke the truth. We thought the approval would arrive any day, so we could... By the time we started to catch on, it was already too late.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Those are human lives we're talking about, but you're
I think you're being a little overdramatic here.
No, he's right, Ken. It's what you and I both deserve after going along with this mess. How long have we talked about walking away or refusing to work? We oversaw the death of 9 people here, and it may as well be 10. Infinity may have lied to us, but they also paid us well enough that we did nothing.
You'd let some stranger like this just ruin our careers?
Yes, and you're going to let them too. Go ahead. Get whatever information you need to take this place and...
Eh ben.
If only we had a little more time.
Carnet de notes. Non, ah. Ça c'est cool. Là on a accès à plein de choses. Plein de morts, de mémoire, et le fameux projet. Ok. Je crois qu'on a tout ce qu'il nous fallait. On peut repartir. Si je dis pas de bêtises. Retourner à Ryujin. Ah, ok. Voilà, vu que je suis...
Well, what are you waiting for?
Ah,
Get
non,
in there.
il faut que je me désamarre. Avant. Hop. Allons-y gaiement. You. Ciao bello, la clinique. Petit Wally. Petit Wally alpha. Petit néon. Alors, Ryujin. RDI. Hop, petite save. Ouf, d'ailleurs, est-ce que j'ai mon XP? 20 minutes, oui, tranquille.
We're wasting time. Vina needs that
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. Looks like it. This should... Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on
So, what did you learn about Sia? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect them. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refused, especially after massacring
Je
innocents.
suis
Now,
d'accord.
I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I figured it was related. And were you able to
Aïe, 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 aïe.
So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level.
To hell with corporations and CEOs and profit margins. People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse. Ugh.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of info. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, And with the Rotha site secure, head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend.
It's good to see you again.
Got my eye on
Direction. Direction. Yup.
Don't cause any trouble.
Good. You're right on time.
Donner
I
une petite scène.
reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer...
I had a feeling Imogene wasn't responsible.
Yes. You made... I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree, for now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was...
Must that poor woman's name be continuously dragged through the mud? These nonsensical
Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go... Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I've no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever Now, let's attend a meeting.
Eh ben. Ça sent le coup fourré. Une petite save. Je m'installe. Toujours avec ma combi.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your... This is a huge failing on your...
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget,
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what...
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity. I have it on good authority, the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing...
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on there.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send him.
I hope you're ready for this.
I am ready.
And that's precisely why I know we can. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuro. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss.
Let's go.
So much work to do.
Non. Ok. Youp. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a
Did you attempt to engage me?
Are you sure you're okay?
I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous of Ryujin's gorgeousness. The fact that the neuroamp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. Yes, I always... Now, just a few details before we begin. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard... Besides, I've got to make sure my Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhD?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table.
That's good.
I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. I hope you know what you're doing. I worry about you.
Ça va bien se passer. Alors, est-ce que je vais gagner un deuxième point de manipulation?
All right.
C'est la question.
Let's get this party started. Roulement de tambour. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Et là, ça c'est fait. Alors.
So, how are you feeling? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using. First, you can only influence one person. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously... That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck. We don't get a lot.
À travers le verre. Hop. Alors, est-ce que j'ai eu un deuxième point? On dirait bien. Je crois que ça a changé. Yes! Trop fort! Donc en fait, j'ai pas de points à mettre dans manipulation. Énorme. Alors, vous pouvez contraindre de 10 niveaux de plus à obéir à vos ordres pour une durée limitée. 20. Ok. Trop fort. Pourquoi ça marche pas? Non, Marcus, je t'ai dit d'ouvrir la porte. Ça marche pas. Alors, manipulation, la porte. Non, ça marche pas. Ça marche pas. Utiliser. Utiliser un pour trouver un moyen d'ouvrir la porte. Ah ouais. Pendant qu'il est la clé. Ah purée, j'avais pas vu. Activer. Prendre la carte. Ok. Activer. Ah, échec. Ah, ça marche pas tout le temps. Et on passe. Ok.
Wasn't expecting to cliff dive today.
Eh ben.
On the one hand, I'm fascinated by the incredible
J'en ai combien là? Une seule personne.
technology. On the other, I'm terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands. I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
Faut qu'il arrête d'être sous mon emprise. Ça y est.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
Ils sont fous, ces chercheurs.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Yes!
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced. It's truly remarkable. When it comes to your job, besides, the neural, if a subject's morals or beliefs in something, that being said, it's been interesting to discuss.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential, it sounds like you have an assignment.
Allez, go. Ah, une fois que c'est tenté, c'est mort. Il faut attendre un petit moment. Non, il faut que ça
I'm
reste.
on my 12th iteration of this design. I have a good feeling about this one.
The new NeuroAmp Vena design is absolutely brilliant.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I couldn't ask for a better boss than DeMarcus. He must be the smartest man in Neon.
Our floor's off limits to most people. Kinda nice to have a guest.
Trop fort.
Hey.
Ah bah c'est bien, le défi au moins il sera fait direct. On a fait toute la R&D. On a manipulé toute la R&D de Ryujin. Avec.
Watch your fingers. Lots of dangerous machines around.
Ok, une fois qu'on l'a fait, c'est fini. On n'a vraiment plus de chance. Social. Et quand c'est raté, pareil. Ah, je peux essayer, Vena.
Vina and DeMarcus argued about
Ça marche,
electrons for
Vina aussi.
hours yesterday.
Ok. Et on a fini. Ça marche pas sur les robots. J'ai pas de robotique encore. Cool.
Please stand back. This unit is on patrol.
Ok. Bureau de direction.
This deal could be huge for my company.
Ryujin CEO is not open for doing.
This could be the most important meeting.
C'est puissant hein, quand même.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Ça y est, c'est fait. Hop, ok. Allons voir la Shiftine.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
C'est ici? Non, c'est là-bas. Ah oui, la Shiftine elle est là.
Keep out of my way.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure
Alors par contre, j'en suis à où là? Eh ouais non, là j'ai plus de
how accurate Vina's
d'expérience.
promise of no
Je fais
downtime
juste une
was
petite
going to
save.
be.
J'espère qu'il n'y en aura pas.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neural, we're sending you into Lucas Drex. And wish he all right. You have two option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access. On option B, we give you an assigned Yes, the less people you need to interact with. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hall. From there, you have three. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're
Oui, oui.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, we only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know.
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain control of the narrative. Though,
if the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain controlling the narrative is of the...
Oh, let's just hope this program is as thorough as you...
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only... In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest... Simon Ryujin provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer. I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job. We're also issuing you an operatives. It should help reduce their ability to detect. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much.
Cool.
And that's what we're hoping for. If you can...
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to... If he asks questions, SSNN is used to anonymous. It certainly will. And so, any... Good luck, and be sure...
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access. So that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up.
C'est bon, il n'y avait pas d'XP. Parfait. Je crois qu'il faut aller voir nos copains avant. Voilà. débug le
I hate waiting.
logiciel superviseur.
Don't cause any trouble.
Hop là.
Do you have the program?
Yes.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryptions hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network.
Sympa.
One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
First Imogene, now Masako. Ularu keeps using people as rungs on the way up the ladder. Any one of us could be next.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need.
Good. Then let's nail Ularu right to the wall.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for it. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
Et ouais. Ah mais je suis en surcharge. J'avais pas vu. Ah mais c'est parce que j'ai récupéré les la combinaison. Parce que normalement je le suis pas. Ça veut dire que je peux pas me TP dans mon vaisseau. Et non. Je suis lourd comment 247, 2 kilos. Ouais, bah si c'est que ça, on va faire une petite vente. Hop là. Je sais plus, oui c'est à New Atlantis qu'il faut aller pour... Alors, juste un petit peu de vente, le temps de pouvoir aller à mon vaisseau.
We're fully stocked. Feel like making a purchase? Sure. Have a look.
Tiens, ah non. Si, je te vends direct. Je te vends ça, ça. De toute façon, j'ai un jaune, je crois. 110. Ouais, 110. Ah, l'énergie 100. Ça peut être pas mal, ça. Pour Sarah, on va voir. Je vais lui donner, on verra si elle le prend ou pas. Wasashi. Kisashi. J'ai mieux, hein. Je crois que j'ai mieux. 1078. Petit 6 star. Ok, parfait.
Watch your back out there.
Impec. Dans mon vaisseau. Hop. Atterrissons déjà là. Voilà.
Painful memories or not, it's good to be home.
Ah. Tiens. J'ai été intéressant. Tac, tac. Spatial de l'Alliance des Trackers. De l'Alliance des Trackers. Il me manque vraiment juste le... Oh, ce serait bien de le trouver celui-là. Le backpack de l'Alliance des Trackers. Hop.
Things for you.
Hop là. Mon inventaire. Tiens, 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 et tiens. Oh, je l'ai trouvé où celui-là? Ah bah voilà. Par rapport à mon Wakazaki. Voilà, super. Ça c'est bon. Je l'avais pas vu que j'avais gagné la lame. Excellent, excellent. Je le garde sous la main au cas où j'ai pas envie de tuer quelqu'un. Et ça je le donne à Sarah. D'accord. 150 de dégâts quasiment. Wow. Ça on peut y aller. Ok. Des ressources. Stocker toutes les ressources. D'accord. Des tenues. Ça c'est juste pour faire beau. Il y aura la tenue d'agent. Elle est belle. Hein. Ça je garde. Ça je garde pas. Ça je garde. Ça je garde pas. Et c'est tout. Ok. On est bien. Un petit dodo.
Get up and get going. We've got
How are you?
stars to explore.
Et on est reparti.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
Sarah, j'ai dit que j'essayais
If you don't mind, I'd like to want to see what I'm carrying.
te donner. Toi t'as un Orion, c'est du 3 kV. Moi je vais te donner le gain à 1,5 kV. Donc munitions 1,5. Là. Hop. On verra si elle l'utilise ou pas. Et moi j'ai
Admiral Logan's office shouldn't be terrible.
ma nouvelle lame. Hop. Favori. Épée. Parfait. Tiens, je l'ai pas mis lui. Bon, on peut le mettre là. Ça fait donc tir, corps à corps, mon laser et ma particule. Et bah allez. Comme ça on est bien.
Terribly far. Let's go.
Greetings, Captain.
Pénétrer dans le siège d'infini. Go, go, go.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Ah. Ah, c'est dans la commerciale, je suppose. Ou c'est au Thames, je sais plus. Commercial. Et bah allons-y. Et je vais juste vérifier que notre ami est toujours là. David Bellman. Yes. À ce moment-là,
It's important that the administrations come and go in the
David
big
est là.
city.
Et bah sauvegardons. Grosse fois.
But SSNN is here to stay.
Et on y va. équipé comme il faut pour pas être détecté. Combi d'agent, casque d'agent. On enlève le reste. Voilà. Là on est bon là.
Imagine how many credits flow through this place. Figuratively, of course.
Et on est en mode anti-tuerie. Ça me plaît. Ouais, tu l'as. Ok. Ah, savoir. D'accord. Eh ben allez. T'es où ma chérie? Enfin, pas encore ma chérie.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. I'll be right here.
Voilà. J'ai besoin d'être seul. C'est parti. Sécu. Comment est-ce qu'on fait le sabotage? C'est pour descendre. Accès au toit et à l'entrée. Ok. Alors, une petite save. Et c'est parti. Ok. C'est pas ça. Ah oui, il faut que j'en prenne le contrôle du gars pour qu'il coupe le truc. C'est ça. Voilà. Je coupe ça. Comme ça, je peux descendre. Merci. On est bien. Cool. La toxine. Ah, voilà. J'ai ma forme du néant. Ouais. C'est là-bas pour couper le truc. Je me suis fait eu, j'ai obligé de le faire. C'est bon.
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
Voilà. Ok. Alors, je me souviens plus trop. On va retrouver vite nos repères. Une petite save. Lancer le programme sur l'ordinateur de Lucas. Ok, c'est la première des choses à faire. Je crois qu'on a quelqu'un à contrôler là pour nous ouvrir la porte. Ah, quoique, ça peut s'ouvrir ça? Oui, là c'est ça. Il n'y avait pas un garde ici? m'ouvrir la porte. Merci. Alors. Ah. Tac. Ok. Il a pas bien protégé son ordinateur, lui. Hein. Pas bien. Hop, c'est parti. On sait jamais. Ça peut toujours aider. Ok. Ah mince. J'ai pas mon... Ah, c'est nul ça. Voilà. Ah, ça va mieux. Ah. Ok. Une petite save. Next. Toujours caché. Parfait. Toujours caché. Je sais pas où je suis. Une petite save. Mince. Je me suis fait. Il y a des gens juste là. Oui, ils m'ont vu. Non, putain, j'ai de la chance. Wow. Faut descendre en fait. Là j'ai quelqu'un. Faut aller où? Oh. Toujours caché. Apparemment. Petite save. On y retourne. Ah, toilette. Oula. Allons-y.
It's jumpy. Let's go.
Comment ça se passe? Je suis toujours caché. Ok. On va se faire une petite save. On y retourne. Hop là, on se sauvera direct. Ok. c'est un peu nul. Je vais essayer de pas faire ça. On va prendre... Voilà. Ah ouais, si je me fais détecte direct, d'accord. Pourtant j'ai la combi, j'ai tout. Watch. Je puisse ouvrir d'abord une fois, tranquillou. Programme superviseur. Ok. On est bien là. Alors, une petite save. Je suis toujours caché. Oui. Waouh. Merde. J'ai fait ma save ou pas? Après l'ordi. Oui. On va se mettre dans le coin. Petite save. Invisible. C'est là que ça se passe. Je désactive les tourelles. Merde, on va me voir. Faut que j'aille jusqu'à l'ordi. Désactiver les toutous. Je les désactive. Voilà. les volets. Voilà. Comme ça on peut faire... Ah, mince. Je me suis précipité. Il fallait d'abord couper l'alarme. Désactiver les tourelles. D'abord la sécu. Hop. Ça et ça peut être pas mal. Ah, on manquait lui. Non. Ensuite. Presque. Là on est bien. Ah non, c'est pas bon. Oh. Là on est bien. Tac, et un petit 2-1. Ouais. Voilà. Commande de sécurité. Hop. Oui. Je peux te prendre gentiment. Donner la preuve à David. Ah ok, ça y est, c'est fait. Bon. Et ben allons-y alors. Une save. Hop là. C'est pas beau la vie? Et je retrouve ma petite Sarah normalement. Voilà.
If you don't mind, I'd like... Sounds good. Lead on.
Et donc normalement, David est là. Oui. Oh merci Bethesda d'avoir corrigé le bug. Mamma mia. Yes. Et je vais finir mes succès Steam.
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, we will do our best to protect your anonymity. Can I help you? Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about? Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
Bien sûr.
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner.
Ok, alors c'est l'inconnu. Vu que dans la première partie je suis pas tombé dessus. Enfin j'ai pas pu la finir. Trop Trop bien. Génial. Ah, ça va être jubilatoire quand on va voir le barou se faire avoir.
Let's, stay away from Ebside. The locals there don't exactly appreciate the tourists.
J'adore cette structure en bois. Bois flotté en plus. Ça tombe bien puisqu'on est dans une planète complètement océanique. C'est la conférence ou la petite pièce de tout à l'heure. Putain, je me suis pris plein de maladies donc.
Don't cause any trouble.
Allez, save, allons-y. Oulala, oulala, oulala. 4 minutes 50. Bon, on verra.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report. As long as it's good news, I suppose I can overlook your irritation. And how did the neuroamp perform? I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSN. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity LTD and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them.
Exactement.
The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom. So this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith.
Ah ouais.
Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
Shed any employees. Oh, terminology like that, where you reference manipulating people's lives. Oh, it makes my skin crawl.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. With the tech we've given you, I expect promises. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Je suis toujours sous expérience. Ouais, 1 minute 36. Et ben si c'est ça, on va se faire un... Ah, on peut les influencer avec le neuroforceur. Wow, c'est horrible. Vaisseau.
a pleasant change of scenery.
Oh, vivons la nuit. C'est belle. La station pétrolière. Plateforme. On va faire quoi? Ah bah. Carrément des pompes. On y retourne. De les convaincre de base. On va se rééquiper comme il faut. La combi, on va se mettre de quoi? Alors, chance, non, pas d'intimidation, persuasion, voilà. Et puis voilà, on va être bien là. C'est parti. On commence par David. Dalton, pardon. Petite save et go.
This meeting should prove to be very. I assume Masako briefed you on her. Good on you.
Indeed. That technology shouldn't be used for such nefarious purposes, or in fact, any purposes at all.
If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion. I knew it was a grave security risk.
Oh là là, d'accord.
Completely. I understand the success it can bring for the corporation, but it's not that the board majority fails to see the dangers. It's that they believe we can overcome. That hubris could easily bring this corporation down one day. It's not often, but yes. And I'm not the only board member that initially voted against moving forward with the research.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Mince. Ah donc je vais être contre elle. Ah, je peux pas m'en sortir d'autre. Ok.
You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Alors pour le neuroforceur interloqué pour Infinity. D'accord.
I've got my eye on you.
Alors la mission. Influencer pour le neuroforceur interne. C'est quoi ça? Non. Il est temps de convaincre les membres du conseil. Infinity LTD. Bizarre.
If only there were more hours in the day. Well, if it isn't my favorite operative. Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite clear to Masako. I'm not sure how the leader of an exploration club... I appreciate the flattery. And what sort of benefits do you see in a risk? I see now where your experience comes into... From a financial and marketing viewpoint, you're right. And maybe I'm being... And you're right. My legal team is more... Unfortunately, half my department's been poring over documents. Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up and... Second, that tech is one major human rights file. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed...
I couldn't agree more. It should be completely banned from the set. Because the external neuroamps are built to help the user on a personal level. They aid in reason, communication, confidence, all things that can make the difference in a person's self-image. And yes, they can be abused. But that's why there are laws regarding improper usage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful. But now, I really do need to get back to my notes.
Alors... Ah, N c'est neutre. Ça doit être ça. Je vois que ça. Alors neutre, 2 neutres, 0. Ah, putain, je comprends pas le vote. Lancer les membres de conseil. Pour Neuroforceur, il y en a 2 qui sont contre. Pour Infinity... J'aurais pensé que c'était oui et non. Ah oui, alors, ah, oh purée, alors oui, 2.2, non 2.0. Voilà, oui, il y en a un qui est pour oui, le neurofacteur, et 2 qui sont contre. D'accord, c'est Masako. Masako, elle est pour, et j'en ai déjà 2 qui sont non. D'accord. Allons-y. Qui c'est qui reste?
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her?
Oula. Déjà?
Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. We just need to grab Infinity LTD while it's got the public's full... I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good...
Okay.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this. All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost. However, the internal neuroamp, will define the next era of tech. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from. Not when you word it like that. But a product that can settle disputes or help broaden someone's point of view? Then you really have something that consumers will buy into. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Aïe.
Ooh, look at that. Your surgical wound's healing like a dream.
Alors, j'ai que 2 noms. 3 Infinity. Ok. Alors, le problème de Vena, c'est qu'elle va être d'accord, non?
And
C'est
how's
qui l'a
my
faite.
favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for one step closer to seeing market approval.
Aïe, aïe,
So,
aïe.
tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Bah, c'est pas bien.
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day.
Bah, malheureusement,
This
si.
is groundbreaking work. My life's work.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Fine, fine. Make your case. I admit, I don't have a good argument. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper mom. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But... it is. It really is. For years, my only I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what... That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See.
Cool. Qu'est-ce qu'il me reste?
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down. Good. I prefer first-hand feedback. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD. Do you think they're worth redemption? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporation. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking. Perhaps I wanted to see if I could be convinced otherwise. It's easy to say, it's the right thing to do. But for me, Infinity LTD is a huge financial unknown. That is a plea more well spent on Genevieve or Alexis. I prefer to focus on the numbers and leave emotions out of it.
Okay.
Your disdain is noted. And perhaps you thought I'd care because you're hopeful. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation?
J'ai loupé la question. On revient en arrière et on va voir si je peux le convaincre. Avec une autre réponse.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person? Good. I prefer... You've had the chance to encounter members of it. Do you think they're worth redemption?
Alors.
I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's actions. More in the sense of should a superior company like Ryujin make room for so many potentially lackluster employees? That is a plea more well...
Ouais, c'est pareil. Ok.
Perhaps I wanted to... It's easy to say, but for me, Infinity... Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation?
Masako. Ok.
And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement.
Mm-hmm.
Being prepared for anything is a great asset, one that Masako excels at.
Yes.
I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. Hence the added motivation that will bolster sales.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
It's possible. But with Alexis and Genevieve driving the restrictions and presentation of such a product, it's also highly unlikely. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
C'est coton. Hein. Il m'en manque plus qu'un. Là-haut. Ah bah oui, carrément, la méchante. Dis donc, c'est la méchante qui va sauver tout le truc.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity? Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
Alors, voilà.
Oh? Your response tells me Masako must have given you similar advice. It'd be unlike her to not fully exploit an advantage, especially when she believes acquiring Infinity is the right thing to do. The corporate world will hear SSNN's story and believe Ryujin exposed Infinity because they stole from us. It sends a strong message. But acquiring Infinity could be interpreted as a safety net. Infinity tried to screw us over, yet they still survived. We need to be sending a much stronger message. If you mess with Ryujin, we'll shut you down. Period. Ryujin Industries isn't a corporation built on heart. I think you know that. The benefits may exist, but the message will be stronger.
Okay,
as long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down. Please. Ryujin's best interests are long-term success and growing profits. The internal neuroamp provides both. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Alors soit c'est ça, soit je l'influence elle. Pour le bien de la société. Alors, elle va pas être contente, ça. Mais bon, c'est pour le bien de tous.
Did Masako say? See? Even a mere operative like you can see the right thing to do. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our... This is exactly why Masako's... Good. If you use that neuroamp wisely, it will guarantee... Ryujin the benefits may as long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind. This should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? Dalton and Alexis. Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, the last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer... Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Ok. Je l'ai utilisé pour le bien. Et vu que de toute façon elle disparaît, elle détruit toute seule son projet. On rachète Infinity. Et on n'a plus de neuroforceur. C'est pas beau la vie? Allez, petite save. Une grosse save même. Et on s'assoit. Alors.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement. I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
My team is prepared to handle the influx. We're more than happy to rid ourselves of a rival.
Arguments?
Infinity Ltd. could be the Pandora's box of financial and legal risks. I simply cannot support an acquisition.
Okay.
We should be crushing our competition, not rescuing them from their own flaws. This is a weak decision, Masako, and you know it. In fact, I move that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so.
Oh là là.
This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security. Escort Miss Chen to her office. and
Mince.
see
Donc
that
si
she
elle parle pas
stays
du
You'll
neuro,
regret this. All of you.
ça veut dire qu'on va
I
se retrouver
believe
avec
the
une
only
égalité.
regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation.
Ok.
Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up?
Oui.
The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
Alors.
Well?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
Agreed. Not to mention the security risks.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
All against? Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage.
Cool.
Any other matters to bring forth?
Eh ben on est arrivé au bout.
None? This concludes our order of business for today.
Ok. Alors Masako.
So much work to do.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated.
Eh oui.
A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us.
Mm-hmm.
You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. I suppose it is. Gratitude isn't something you typically hear these days in the corporate world. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time.
Yes, I'm proud of you as well. Ularu needed to be brought down. If you wouldn't have stopped her, who knows what she would have done next.
Mm.
Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
J'ai fini tous mes succès Steam. Mhm. Je sais pas si on les voit. Bon. Cool. C'est par là, non? 100%? Ouais, 100%. Cool. Ça c'est fait.
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. In fact, I'm amazed you were able to deal with them at all. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured. I suppose you've proven that point already at Ryujin. After all, based on your recommendation, they've ceased their work on that. Why wouldn't I be pleased about you? Can you imagine if that technology had fallen into the wrong hand? Yes, quite. Well, I've certainly taken...
Ok. Eh ben, on va pouvoir continuer la quête à Sarah. Pour en faire ma femme plus tard ensuite. Très bien. Eh ben, super. On a fini la quête de faction. Où est-ce que c'est pour ça? Parler au commandant Tula, Trevor. Elle est où ta mission? C'est là. Sarah m'a demandé de l'aide. Ok, ça va être ça. In memoriam. La New Atlantis. Ok. Et ben voilà. 1 minute 19. Et ben il était temps. Ça veut dire que j'ai plus le neuroforceur? Si, je l'ai encore. Niveau 2. Ok. Et bah cool. Et ben on va pouvoir s'arrêter là. New Atlantis. La loge? Pour aller là-bas. C'est au quartier du Thames qu'il faut aller, je crois.
Hey, let me know if we're going to head into the well, so I can watch your back.
Ah non. Bizarre. Je vais m'emmener où? Quartier résidentiel? Terminer l'analyse. Mais non, on s'en fiche de ça. Ah, je savais bien que c'était au Thames. Bon. Vaisseau, je vais à mon vaisseau. Et on s'arrêtera devant le lit, tranquillou.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Et bah voilà. On a fini avec les quêtes de Ryujin. J'ai plus rien sur moi. Non, je crois que j'ai tout déposé. Ok, super. 120 sur 211. Ok. Et bien voilà. Super. Tout équipé. Hop. Et ben moi je vous dis à plus tard pour la suite, cette fois de l'arc de... La suite de la